now what he was now, so not able but remember what this thing this buy no to about the maybe I want to see a new view at the amount of people more want to now you hear there's another prophecy but I know far a year good idea the level I know so nearby the teacher said these prophecies here Bana 1 2 now I saw we cancel here
You said I just said that
now the back sample
because I should have been at the
People like my news. I can use rough. That's what you do.
And yet, and you didn't have us about I don't know what to do. I just really asked what to do. I said, who's the bottom? I want us to pray and shift this cloud from this part of the country.
And they prayed.
Are you in this place?
They prayed. See how short you pray.
No, there's more details to it. The prayer will be said, but
God's death is his own cause. It's not caused by any Satan or demon that wants to
have you got a cause?
the guy wants to do kidney transplant.
Do you have the cause of death?
You want to do
I'm only asking.
I'm coming.
No, go and explain. You see, I turn my questions makes you say what you're not supposed to. Do you have the cause of death? No.
Okay.
You don't have. So what do you
I don't have. This is what I know.
No, don't tell us what you know.
Tell
me what you know. No, wait, let's finish it. Let's finish what is going on before you tell me what you know. So that you say what you know.
Very few years ago, there was a prophecy about
in this country, in this city called Castro. The man was making waves and was establishing international globally. Some are saying all kinds of things. It's a principality that followed him from here. And that young man that sings, and they call him Kofi Kinata, that represent Daddy, you should pray for him. This music, I don't do that. But in the hour when the angel was speaking to me, I saw him. And the angel told me that he's the next they are going for.
Celebrities.
They will cut off his life premature if care is not taken. If anybody here and you are connected to him one way or the other, reach out to him. I'm not a prophet, I'm not looking for him, I don't need him for anything. But reach out to him and tell him that this is what PG once said, and that he needs to be prayed for. We need to secure him very well. Otherwise, the same thing that happened to Castro, not the same way, in another way. Because I have seen him come here every year for a show, and the spirit of the land is agitated. So we need to pray for him. Anybody here, you know him one way or the other, reach out to him. Find out somebody knows here. Somebody knows Kofi Kinata. In a way, what's the relationship? I want to go into the same area, so you have his contact. So see Lionel or Pastor Aaron and arrange it and pass the information so that direct as what to be done for him. So he can cut out the locally brain and break into international. The moment international tries to come in for him, we'll cut it. So the
International comes in for him as a international
is also mounted.
It is a very popular. Yes.
No, one of the articles was popular so international coming
the reason why I going to could have 3 weeks near he trouble mamma about what he said, and also stop for what nothing more got. Then this month, you then this whole issue about any so, Mammy Rafi, you have seen now, Yerica. Meet him in Pinpoint. Could you better put job for the more kind, yeah. Let's ask a few and come in Kuda.
What's that what it? The kind and every major annual to 4 in any yeah, especially. Gospel musicians in na Mama Kuda and in a bush na Yako. The Bema was shedding. And so we must share what Modishia Cassia at Tessa. A branty will crab bushia. Bema Bacon de Bushiamu. Ah, or to two. Bema or ma, what you a qua oba, ocean and movie free said the Baya. Nema ede na busua ensa bekọ ma no na ba mowo ede ne nsa aba abetu ne kom ede ne kro owo krade a ya na ensa entumenye nti de ebeka ne se ye mabusua adofo ene namfo ina na ye mo bibia yakọ ye mo bia shedding was such a big loss kwasi se miwie so saa Mamembra asam kasia edapono so a obisa ho asam. Abrante Koda year 15 December 1978 ana yawo Koda. The dates I the one ba asase so. Tite o check here from 1978 abepem so celebrate Koda nemfie akwa anim yie pa. Wanyini a obo ne bra. Koda a songwriter or a record producer and or a multi-international instrumentalist HSM. A band ye music imujuma dia ye di pa dia. Koda edi akutini ye wumpa ye pa. Sir a band stage work pa say yenina ho ye nyoma na ye perform pa. Koda a band new to performance pa dia kwasi anya sanketwa. O perform ye pa. Se Koda egita ne guitar na kwesi ada wia ana concert when you back in the National Theatre Conference Center, na Koda kita ne guitar no was strike na on ne tadi boys yi pa no e kagumu a chese esewani na ensese ye kachrew na aro hu bebre na ya susu se na no ye da ko sore ya Koda esi wood ne ko mi mo mpa de kwesi se obi samia e free be se January December ya koyi na de adi no me shadan till nin kapapa within the space of music no say bia ono ampa ntimi most at times no say ye bibi sa na wo na wonti nipa ne nka e bia adwena ye nyina enya ne say e bia wo record because most artists no sa na ya no mo ye kwesi say nipa no o ye ne recording sa o te baby o petu no bo asa to ni na ansana we release enti fi January eko ina ayente nka no minti nka no atwa se bia eno no oye na obi nim se bia Koda yare bi kwa kana to a sabi na ede na kowie asama do sa me nim Koda yie pa I think say men kaya and one of the first person kwesi me to me secure UK visa ema UK ema Koda ede ko UK kwa one of the first major performance ebra o pick up no or the call UK choir performance. He's even a very good friend. Na me penasem su ye pa for everywhere. Baby abegina fra Koda biano kwesi Koda will be available to support. Na asam way eba ye ewo na training somewhere eba say no. Ana kwesi me tian me nye comfortable. Me a Christoni me kwa sorry me a Methodist ni mint trahanum enkasa menje susun konkron ni ene na aso de na metimu san meji susun konkron di say Nyankopon tumi yi kire Nyankopon tumi yesei Nyankopon tumi ma so ya daye nema hodo bebre ne Nyankopon tumi faso no kasa kire but I believe say context na say kwesi ye nemu mitra bisaye ebra boni issue baye with Nigel ebaye no kwasu be kaya metra ba bia metia na mebisa say aso ye Nyankopon aye som no owo heaven say ni interest abawiase no say celebrities pe and wo person wo kumu ede wo mko heaven ede wo mko bebe wana God na ye som Nyankopon na ye fi ye mofra bere mu akọ Sunday school na ye di sa Nyankopon wo ye chi no say Nyankopon say nipa bi bre no so tesokro mu ba bia Nyankopon ohu say nipa no say nipa no ye be popular wi a then I feel the interest of say obi ko international ye be cut no na bre no covid kinata what mantria an wo pe 200 Ghana cedi therefore ka free takra de abankan aba be record no wo bi bia be ye bia ntuma nkuna nto antwene ebra ni kadu ye be successful a okore nim no afi ene ye be cut no kwasi I think say ye asofo ene adifo no wonder sir last year IGP any the team etra say share mraketi say ma obi bia obetma shenkom about this celebrity aspect prophecies ahodo no about personality you know yenchi say nipa no meaning what has happened between now I am kwan ma sofo bi nam radio no TV so womo ato saasem na gu a say these things are happening because kwasi so okay Isaiah 48 verses 3 Isaiah 48 verses 3 or see God reveals to redeem. If it's a ye Christo di abapemende momsu ye ji Christo di abapemende kwese bwaje adiba ko ya kan Bible na ehunu se Onyankopon se bibi besi a wo yinadi wo da na di kire wo a wasanso apehu solution enti minim de enti ahodo a enkofo share sa asofo ni video supposed to say na chese wo ye dan na se wo ye hero because obi awu ama abusua ensoro dan edagam obi di hia ne babema maame panimu bi te won ne ba na ne dan so da atin kono no obabesie no abrantie tofam wawu and all that people are proud to share is a prophet who is supposed to be on the social media prophesying about somebody's death. This is nonsense. And we need to look at the face of some of these pastors and ridicule them, speak the truth to them. Speak the truth to them. Because for me, if really you saw it and you prayed and the person is dead, then what are you doing in your church? You should close your church. It means that you don't have even the power. Who need to know? Because you say you claim you saw it. You saw the thing and you are telling your church members they should pray about it. And now the person is dead. And then now people are sharing the video. So what is of the use to us? Isaiah 48 verses 3, that's what he's saying. God reveals to redeem. So if really we are so a prophet, and you saw that Koda was going to die, and therefore your church members should come together and pray, and then intercede, and then the next day the person is dead. The next day the person is dead. What is your business being in the house of God? You don't have power. Maybe a church member, I want to tell that pastor, the church members now, they should quit the church because that power man doesn't have power to even save a mosquito in his church.
To intercede on their behalf.
I need to intercede on those members in the church because you claim you saw Koda is going to die. And then you call all your church members to come together to intercede. Now Koda is dead. What is your power being a prophet? Why would that man call himself a prophet? Because about him, this afternoon, put that pastor on the radio. I want to ask him what is his business being a prophet? When he claimed that he saw it and that his church members should come and intercede for that young man to be alive. Now the man is under the God. So what is the prophecy, the so-called prophecy, and the thing he's talking about of what benefit it is to us today? Some prophecy of what benefit it is to the family. The church members in his church must everybody pick their Bibles and go home because that church is dead. That man doesn't even have power to heal a mosquito. Is this what we are telling Christianity to be? So, be very popular. Every popular person be a okrum habia abefo penekun. Kwasi, ana mo me for ye iran kwai. I don't know for ye nko. Because enipa wo wiase ma bia no, obi abewu. Obakuya, obi anwu. Ya, nipa ben na obachire bo wasase so. Kwasi abaje catch me. Nipa ben na obachire bo wasase we so. Obedient, is there any human being who is not going to die on this planet? Is there any human being who is not going to die on this planet? Every human being that will die. This prophet, they have something to say. This prophet, they have something to attack. Is there any human being in this life who is not going to die? Who is not going to, including that pastor, who is even making that prophecy, is he not going to die? And when people die, family members are grieved. People are suffering. Wife is crying. The man's children, they are crying. They've lost their father. Who will pay their school fees? And when these children are crying, and then a man of God pop up with a video. With a video.
It's from his church.
If it is not from him, if anybody who is a serious person should be able to write what will people call it?
Media people from
should stop the media people from sharing that nonsense. You should issue a disclaimer. Because Obiewu, Ebusia soon, Oba Tayi, Oba Bema, Oba we losing Nikunu. Nikunu, Niman soon, find the better code. Nobody. You don't even care how the children are going to survive. And then you come up with a video claiming that attack ready some gospel musician. And so what? What is that prophecy going to do? This prophecy, what is it going to do for us now? That pastor. Question about you look for that pastor. I want you to look for that pastor now. Because he has no business calling himself a prophet. He has no business. What kind of life is that?
A kidney transplant. I think he was successful. No, so he was sick for a while, so people knew. But you know that same man of God did I knew that the voice that he played, I said he knew he was sick.
Because we cannot nobody.
So last week, is it this Tuesday or last week? Also, another prophecy saying, who said, as I'm speaking to, even in that prophecy, the man said, as I'm speaking to you now. I can't say as I'm speaking to you now, he's even sick. That means you had information that the man was sick. Yes. You understand? But I'm wondering why as I know now IGP did buy some time ago. They are not
something God have revealed something to you. You want to share with me. You have to make it a showmanship. And tell the whole country that I'm about to die. Because I'm not afraid. Because the moment I'm afraid of is death. Yes, if you don't want to die. If you didn't allow yourself to be dead. Since once I've been born, I'm going to die. So as for death, the only thing I can do is probably become a friend of it. So that he can treat me with something else. But the point is that you go and make such an announcement across the whole world. And I have a wife, I have children, I have a parent with a wife, and I have family members who are going to the market every week thinking that you don't come back. Imagine they come to say that you travel from Accra to Kumasi in the first half of the year. There'll be 1,000 accidents and almost about 1,000 people will die. Imagine what will happen. So the only point we are saying is that we don't know what language God speaks.
Which year was this?
I think it should be 2023 or
2022. But how old are they in 2021?
And then you go out there, trying as the same God to give you guidance as to how it should be communicated. That will not affect the life of individuals in the manner that will put them in fear.
Oh, okay. Kwesi. Debi anika say me nyame di se nyame wo ho ba me nim no nti me bra bo mu de debi no me ye nia me gidi se ebeso nyame ani si wu ne nyame bi ani wa me moka na yewu kọ ne yekotu nyame bi a me sure say kakra amaye no ebeso nani na ade ba ko ye me na eye senia asofo yi omo manage revelations a omunyame eyi kire omo no me can say omunyame because the God I know near what Bible mo no near ma o kire me no a me di so no ya near me bi wo ha me na kakra but Nyankopon ye adwuma in different ways enti e bi a ne omo ye no efiri nyame na me gidi se minim no but the same Nyankopon no kan bi wo Bible me na me pe quotation this is here o si awieye no ebinum beka say enye ye ne sa yare we wo din mu enye ye ne ye miracles we wo din mu na meka kire o mo say minim mu ne no nkire se sa prophets now obeka sa kire o mo eno nkire se they were bad prophets so they were doing it thinking that they were using the Spirit of God. That is how me understanding of that verse say they were doing things and they were believing that they were doing it in the name of God until he would tell them, say, no, I know you not. I know you not, no. And no petri madrian could do say a dear human and no more year. Last I said it here, say anytime a spirit comes on you and the spirit want to show off, be careful. Spirit bia be ma wa show off e be ma wa feel say amanfo hu ni ameye e se me ye na amanfo hu. Be careful. I so for say spirit ne ba you don't control it, but kakra me bia futu kakra me timi amane say nka wo ya sore na chesa na say bebre no mo say omo hu e bia omo dai no mo so dai nka ba cho enya so dem ho ebi obetimi abisa kakra out of it is any ane IGP kano senia enko ma obi kumentu yeah. Yes, but a chile no means so the nka ebia ade no yi achire fine. But who say who could just saw them no can pain sana who say who the more problems about more than Yankopon person solve no. Enti no ebia on the quiet you don't need to say muni mo kwesi aboaje obi ni mo kwesi aboaje onto ne sanfre no mame baby o yes ape enti no nimdie kakra no so no ebia ubetimi atwe obi chale mumpe kwesi aboaje ma no why me hu bibi afa no on the quiet you can do it. I believe say Nyankopon oyi kire wa no person oyi bibi fa ho. He is more interested in saving the soul than you coming to stand in front of the pulpit and say it loud in the microphone and telling everybody that this is what God wants to do. I feel say case management will we and also can your friend is saying knowledge, you know, case management. I say be a bass and be file be money said an IGP can. I think say it will be better say as of one where there is remo. Mu yes na and more problems. Ebe to amanfo so mo de say niema more than say Nyankopon eyi kire mo say mo repair no. Ese I'm telling you, so yourself one obi prophesy to so sa uye una mo no obi prophesy to so sa kwesi enye easy. Una mo nyina ofo so china wewu. I te say nya wako hospital ni doctor aka kire say Oliver yi why. Masa ufiri ho kwa ufu so china udo mekai total preaching bi oye also kan book bi about health. No for say within the next 7 days we'll because the nema book no chire ye pass men ye no or sha why ye bebre ni say any way dey obewu ano no into we dey mesre kakra kwesi me de manu be si ba mesre edifo no mo manage no but IGP mesre o a video way is it before your order and I say it's after your order and also you are there back on the person. And we prophecy way by answer the IGP candidate no.
I don't think so. Shatawale after Shatawale.
2021. Internet say before IGP.
No,
after IGP. But information kakra minya minua kwesi etianse kan say say yenua no yare no yare kakra manfo nim so yare no yare kakra manfo nim so yare enti yare de your bompae edi esolve your friend say no enti no obi o yare bia emompae ma no akwesi medima no si ba akupe unim say me wo boy bi ahunkeja si wa meeting da ahunkeja obe meeting wo Halifa show ne so oh ahunkeja o ma obi phone so o kire o ma ka bibi obi o phone so aha oh okay onya prophet onye already o so onye nyame nipa ba minim say tiansi wotimi hu enema bebre otimi hu obetimi aka ne oye nra na jo ni niema nyina kire wo ne abisi ni niema nyina otimi ka oh yeah
hey
oh yeah
because
any man in me
a little one yeah because as some socket kai on my preview to some of this thing happen to some of the artists preview to some of this thing now ACC artists in the life now the emotional the torture may ba when they say because me did when they say fi Germany back Ghana so for beer and who come ha a prophesy say obey Casimpo da my office new town ha the bay a honor in office one yet be and prophesy da when the say yeah nyum I nyum no uba and the two TV so I know make key waves pepe because you have over 4 or 5 pastors prophesying she's going to die. Ubinya si dead. Nema omo friend mami na ono ankasa. And it got to a time, no. So akola no beda kwa nusu. The state to which when she went through from this prophetic yinada. Because she said it is important that we will try and guard ourselves from public utterances ni infernos, no, because it's dangerous to the life of the person. One more as also wadaka. I mean, why? One more as also wadaka. You get people depressed. You put them into depressive state. So nipano as well onama man in fat trotro, man in fat taxi, or taxi man in front, on back seat. Now car say bekuma. Does the car know where you are seated? Kaza, does death indicate where a person should sit in the car?
Yes.
I think back see they did kind of with Ebusian shedding, and I think so on Tuesday no you're touching on this kakra. Yeah. One of the things up to the fascinating me is how a net prophet for Mabano, I think they lack some level of discernment during their line of work. I think maybe the same issue with Nigel Gazy came up, and I think it's always so. Every time assembly besino, then all of a sudden you see the video flooding everywhere. And Brako, see, one of the things me person my dream concert. Sometimes, just sometimes, some conscious way you mushe ebi owa etumi bem. Na se say no untumi interest obi nsa na sha ase ana se susum wiase na nkasa na ama kwan se enye den ensi. Na Brako see sa de we wo hu. Wasi etumi kasetia pa, and on Tuesday I said this. You have no business coming into a year ubejina simpie so ewo general you are sorry them na wa kire mu say nyankopon yi a kire mu say asimesi ba bewu say ye njire mu amompa ya mana obewu e na den na nini na chi bra kwasi yetumi gina mu bompaye enti mpaye ne nyankopon wantia na wohu na eto da bia wohu ewo mu say ye nyina ye Christopher ye di nyankopon di na mu Bible na nkasa nso e kire ye say ye mfa ya adwene enye adwuma enti se wonni mu say nyankopon yi bibi a kire wa eye wo nko na nyankopon yi kire wo ya nye signboard bi wo krom te say Madison Square screen bo ho na nyankopon yi video ni so obi ya meku enti se nyankopon etumi yi kire wo sanso na wasa wo bo wo mpa ye say nyankopon emma that level of discernment in relaying that information. Me a very sure says also for sanko to me to nsa efre ko de busuani biara anaso obi biara oben koda anase kwasi enesmu anaso whoever is in this industry no kasa me person many abrantie koda kasa me a very sure said this man would have gotten access to koda and tell him say ni na de mehu afa wonti me se wa wo so bompaye. And last week Tuesday tilika sembi wona wujijina mu a wo se nyankopon we yi a kire wo na wo bo wo mpae woni nyankopon ntam te senti nyankopon ntumi entie wo mpae bo anje abrantie nkwa woni nyankopon ntam etise and the brag was in me say way I have a feeling pastor na osofo onim sa abrantie ne yare nyankopon yi hwe nkire no onim sa abrantie no yare wate ho asem. And I said, you say, I kidney failure, any sign of my name. Yen na yen nim says, ye or not say, do baby, a chances na then a 50-50. No nim, Sabran Tene Yari, and no debate Jinasun or the Beshan come. Send your bayana, sorry, as I don't know, say, obey your followers, or then any Ghana for so ya, gullible near DHA, or shall come ne babunti, yes, young sorry them. Brako Sidiamite, what must say? On him, and Wabekaye, 80 me, dear. So we your sofu pa na sa wajimu fine na sa wunim se nyankopon pa na wayi bibi a kire na woka with no ill intention to make publicity of your church. Bravo see ankasa time na asem ni see the first thing you will do you will call the media people in your church and instruct them, give them a warning, say Shena obi biara and chasa video no ankwa bonting. That is what any discerning man of God will do. But what are we seeing today? Video ni na mabonti and who also phone po the emphasis Jew sem na ba who meka ho hwe and the air trendy. Messi Brakosi, I saw a video. No, many shows and bloggers now. I saw them almost streaming live. And no cast asem. I now sorry for me kind of media people who are so much videos near the idea or Montaigne and as content in the war, and they released it. And you being a man of God, you have the overall control over these people to tell them that do not release this video.
Okay, Tuesday me ka koda de no sebe sofo no ne mpa ebo no ankosi aga ntimi nseve no tie nka Kofi Kinata de because Kofi Kinata na oti ase nti se ya no de na ye ya fa ho me mo de mejenya me di prophecy di the means are omo aye ne no na akoye problematic, but at this point in time ye hu senior IGP omo be statement abeto abonten a kire say that kind of prophecy, no, it causes panic and fear. It be a very big scale. Saying I said, be a big case. I will be called them because you see what causes panic and fear. But to the talent, say Kofi Kinata, Nebusia for any woman or modern now, what can same way auto system no. They told us a certain level of fear and panic. 80% would be say Ghana police stress on who ya na because at this point in time. So for nisi we hu baby senya me so make say me prophecy di I am thinking say senya onu nkwa ne hu ye no na ka Ghana police mu gina mu a mu ye guidelines e dey obi ko to jail because of causing panic and fear ni ade am the guidelines but to ono why don't you call this prophet any name tina say enka say okay ye didi say o nyame a nyame bi a kire. But the man is alive because me ya pan say ye dikasa and a prophecy and he knew about it sana or chinako ye be sorry I say sebe manoda sumina so bibia to Kofi Kinata. What are we doing to save the situation? I know who hear me say ya because koda there and people there assembly see and who say video no. But now there is the Kofi Kinata one. So when video ni ba and I say prophet ni kasa before the directive for the IGP. Now the video is out. The gentleman is alive. And to the IGP, saying now they know who here now or very good reasons why we should be guided in how we put prophecies out now. Call the man of God. Because at this point, I am sure say a certain level of panic and fear too is in the system. If not for just the fans, for the family of Kofi Kinata, and to call the man, what can we do to make sure say the artist is protected? Saying a bear or international corner or can in Tennessee. But you know, oh, and so far, I say yes, I agree. The methodology is wrong. But at this point, then IGP area because you was setting very good example. And another artist I could do because I gave you and because of I don't know all the guidelines by 80 guidelines, no, what they buy just to make a statement piece and because at this point now you hear the Ghana police to actually call another prophet working about Kofi Kinata doing. Abra branch and it's say then I who then you be they are protecting them. Ain't no a honor person if not now quite a Ghana police no or would to say they were just using us to make a statement keke because if not so at this point I wasn't you are not doing the job. Ain't IGP me power all. There is a prophecy out there. You have a guideline. What are you doing to ensure the safety of Kofi Kinata?
But me that say sir yama koda abusiafo yama condolences as a kasa ni me ni de yeka yako oka dia esi he oka yakwa yesi petuwo ni yeka yako nti minim se we petuwo ana anidaso eti mi yusu brofo condolences to the family. Unyuma abon chese obi abewu ananye sa. Na obi abewu ni nkyere se wanye careful a obewu kwase wo before your time. You won kwase wo. Mo amotan ekotwe Bible verse baako. Ede mo submission because money no mu na mo sere no. Mo choose Bible verse ne baako Psalm 109 bomb pa bi so say may his children become orphans. May the wife become a widow. Bible will be Bible. So it means that somebody who you might one way or the other step on could stand on this scripture and pray and make your family and your children become orphans. Believe it, forget it, don't care about it, and you'll be a problem. So I believe that I know God, and I believe that I have seen God, and I believe the way God works. So when I'm talking about the things of God, I have a different mind. And I have never argued when it comes to Nyankopon Nyama, because especially those who have not seen God, who have not heard God, who don't know anything about God, when you argue with them, you waste your airtime. Number 3, Obia Kase says so for the friend. Obia Konon say majority of the churches now, live Facebook service, live TikTok service. Most of the bloggers no air far there no poa bra etori be enye wona osi omonfa men kai say me hu video bi of Koda. I'm say Koda anka say the team studio no ye video be about the GCPD condition be okoji sulfur drug bi nyama nyama e wo ni Facebook live no ye no me ji ni so share that ye edit to out, but where I saw it me hu Koda page me go hu GH page was one of the pages or kasa wo after the death and at this year. And he media the make can say me ji bi say sophobia she that friend bloggers and be can dey beti na kotro en kanka Koda prophecy on record sopho yi edi in common one friend blogger be say ombra meji en kotro. It was within the service and it went where he went to. They to be bra ye nyina ye be a health condition hun common because ye kan ye kai metimi akasa wo ha me pie se me ba me ko dwonso aba me mba bi won sobo me jam yire no member and na me yire birthday press release happy birthday my love dia me pesa bi disi so ni esu ane se prophecy ye ka sei Kofi Kenyatta prophecy ye di unkomo yi aye bia ago bi wo ho ye ni mana. Do we know? That's one thing. So Koli IGP had to know, has the young man in question heard and done anything about it? Make I say the book of John chapter 11. Mamu pe Bible kind. Na Lazarus, ni nyonku ni Yesu oni ni didi. Yesi Yesu e wo nyonku yale. I say, oh, yale ha born ni die. Enye yale ani ni be ko owu. He said it to them. And this was the voice of Jesus. And constantly they kept calling him Zawanko. And you know who say Abranti and see yale mani nkunu. Wewu so wa ma. Na mean say who are be here your time. Bloggers because I say on your full stomach directional Jesus Christ. Wanko. Ye see Abranti 4 days of bon. Yanko sha ono ne domuba. Hele one ebe and America share they say one eba o papa share oba beji akodi. So wewu obeji dey acquire the powers. Yes, obedu one. He was settled with their unbelief. Now, if you read the morality of that story and go back into the study of Bible and say, na kekoba and say, you see, Lazarus yari na Yesu ba no besa ni yali anka. Obi amaka say o ma shisha o. Say fia no didi. On yali bia. But owu ye epro ye o bond ye. Omo eti wo nyina came to the existence to realize that ampa no ewu no nyane no. Me kan ye si asem to say. Nyame ya chirobi waka. Obisi obo mpa na nyame. One more prayer man who they interceded to pray to God. It was love with him who has revealed to redeem. He who has revealed, it is love with him to redeem, not he or be a fan so a year. It may be a maya no go try and no yanko kase ntia. So for me na me fan so kasa. As a sebio. Nyame friend anka. Yen friend sofo. And then you be an friend. And you'll be an man pastoral appointment. He has been called to do the work of God. And God has decided to use him to do what he's doing. If you don't understand what God is using him for, go to God. Go to God. If you have his contact, use your phone to call God. But don't ridicule somebody's ministry. I believe that it's not a good thing to say about the man of God. The call of God is on somebody. Sorry, then Yankupa, sorry. Nyami that's not for the Sodia bar. Let's leave it there. Ebushanfo moti here, muye bibi anama nye bibi. Kofi Kenata dia tilike. Kenata, what it? Why ye bibi anama nye bibi? These are spiritual things. And if you don't have the eye, you have not been given the permission. Have your conversation in your emotional line and leave the rest posterity to judge us. But let's go to the health condition. What did he say? Emoji. Man of God. No. Emoji. Man of God. Emoji. Also, on training with him. But he, what did he say? Emoji call the show and say on stage. He went blunt. And yet showmanship. He went off.
By going off, do you mean he collapsed?
He collapsed on stage and he was smart not to fall. Medically. They carried him quietly behind the scene with a BP rising above 150 pre-hypertensive. On the stage. Our medical lifestyle, we hide it because you peso be better, not their sraying. But you let me go here. Because if BBSC sana emoji manusi smasina anko ye ne yes yanka. Oh, that's all oba ifa United Television so on your be show na sia sana pan kra no nam. But ni din come see show near Kwani Stadium. When they are friend and catch the stadium, waiting for money bill. So pass sorry for machines are not the stadium. Rent are bigger and higher than taking it to a check. So you can just imagine what he was going through naturally. And America, let me can be sure. Bra, say when you switch you obi a utie mi bia. Say when you switch you bia. But more than now, can faso bibi mu na hwe no anto. Tie, me say we video bia, branch bi no ye worship. Ewo minim country no oye worship power to nyum e na tetoye wa maybe minim need musician bi eti we die na ba asare me say me Daniel as said he was able to manage his body not to fall because the ukawe chia say bibi wo ho na ato ho that's the end utiko. It is only in Bible history that David to war ebo Goliath maso and by gravity auto nanim ensi. Because gravity never true scientifically. A true coach. Now it's quite more and one of them. Who might not recover? But I should know head injury, internal bleeding. A branch idea may bomb pie say, many year for two team and no be catcher. I could go for a multi piece of Monk can't say. Say, I dare see ye. Jimmy, dear, but how you man go medical check up? Dear Bessie, that's yet. She cannot come out question yourself, panel. Never for money bill. I'm fine, go your medical check-up. Emoji, but I will be at you. My first kind of body bill. And we are I don't have a soul here. Fakona Kosha will status me. And those of us who are managing artists, let's not manage them because their voices are there. Let's manage them and know their clinical status. Yeah, okay. Question is not here. Now, down for Nicoda. That's it. On the money first visa call UK according to an meeting. Be your management, the health condition. It will say. Then some video be our just a code 3 years ago. Yeni, but oh yeah, why don't you be an for be a postum? Obi abonum. Did you want to pile a crab body that you didn't? Sanity, I mean, voice will be a bomb voice. Come on. 2 years, we are a year, we know year or hand will say. The first thing is that can we all check our health? Bra, what do we check our health? And and can't, yeah, yet, ye knew what a chiwade. Sa video na me who code a video, not just a yeah, man, please don't let this mistake happen to you ever in your life. Any arrogant doctor, any arrogant physician, any arrogant nurse who would think you are proud in being inquisitive to what they are giving you, continue being proud to their life. Because you need say yeah, doctor for to say only a mini goals. To say Dr. Kasa, I can't obi ankasa and to tirani not the do because said their branch any video no buy any kind and pass and back. Or the doctor can catch and say, "Me will say, pabra," and I still or GM can with Facebook there. You find that is my home. Say, know your blood group, no ukuchiwa dear. What you want himself who osa. Now the baby body idea. Men didn't find prison for men be who himself sugar near correct. Near the cake abesio, and now I have again. Book it maybe, and now massa. What is your book it maybe? Sugar never cost enough run at you now. You say, man, yet cock nesi way in Crawford. No, now Tafro no sir. Drink your spit. No more know yourself first. Because this medical thing here cost no. Watching we musicians. Mummy say kidneys and semi. Yet here say a transplant. Yet he say you say. Your man kidney. Nam yadana saw the man. Babra. So what you are coming, mom will be kidney. I said, Nipenny na after transplant on corner or can't you good terms here. A bay hammer. It's a misre say, yes, you. My last point was called a honor say. No, me mano sorry and a high condolences. I was your former Muntier. Mubu grab the Munti, maybe a accident in America. Me also a young girl. Matisa called our battery. I stand to record the Sanamati. Bayan Zoni, Oshana. So, besides, say, in your 40 video, bisa. So she's young, Miss Reno. Yes, any Kumuya. May more money in the more than 2 years, no problem. Please, you can take it or leave it. Say, I'm going to Kaba. See, wrong. I never come here and say, Kaba, I'm giving the reason. They tell me, Kassan, say, we have too much young widows who have not been counseled to understand, say, life must go on after the death of your spouse. So they act in code because kidney transplant, health issues before a man will kick the bucket. Now our health issues are better. The financial status but done is so bad. One shall see can do be and see what does it? I be a you. Yabama, yeah, Question as moon in an incrofoy in a year for Kodachi, almost for $10,000 beyond Corsia Fanchofi. Etimisrese. The first mistress say, yeah, Oknoyano, a mamma just on your man on him. After 1 year, Mistrano on Tinanim. Now you're not simple, be who near Wallena, Abrabonico is beautiful. Now, one said that you could I in air 62, could I in 55, there be a bush of phone from Wasi. Not the CSCAB and you to form Maka and as more mobile. Mumwest Canus is here. Mamma won't train ye. Moon come go share Bushan. Wow, yale. Shall who? The wound. Ubiabe woodie. But won't tama. A ya, as your best son or some other zebra. Number 2 away and can't help and bar.
To cast a man as you want to cut. You'll be a fakwe munadi Arabica.
Now, kind
Oh, my God, I don't know. I don't know. Take you over.